Hidden on a small island in the Nile, near Aswan, lies one of Egypt's most enchanting temples, the Temple of Philae. Once, the temple stood nearby on Philae Island, now mostly submerged beneath Lake Nasser. When the old Aswan Dam was built, the waters of the Nile began to rise, threatening to swallow this sacred site forever. Between 1972 and 1980, in one of the greatest archaeological rescue projects ever attempted, UNESCO led a massive international effort to move the Temple of Philae, each block transported to Agilkia Island, where it was rebuilt. The temple was built under Ptolemy II in the 3rd century BCE, and later expanded by Roman rulers. Dedicated to Isis, mother of Horus and wife of Osiris, Philae remained one of the last sanctuaries of Egypt's ancient faith. As you approach, the colonnaded courtyard greets you with rows of elegant columns. In ancient times, pilgrims would walk this very path, bringing offerings to Isis. Ahead stands the first pylon, towering nearly 18 meters high, decorated with grand reliefs of pharaohs offering sacrifices to Isis and Horus. Here, Ptolemy XIII strikes down enemies of Egypt, a symbolic act of protecting divine order. To the right of the gateway lies a small temple of Hathor. Beyond the first pylon lies the main courtyard, where we find the birthplace house, or Mamisi. This smaller sanctuary celebrates the miraculous birth of Horus. Look closely at the columns here. Air sistrum-shaped capitals and Hathor-headed carvings radiate beauty and feminine grace. The walls and columns are covered in intricate reliefs and hieroglyphics depicting religious rituals, myths, and historical events, with layers of history ranging from ancient Egyptian carvings to later Christian crosses. Passing through the second pylon, the atmosphere deepens. The carvings here depict Isis receiving offerings and granting life to the pharaoh. Above the doorway, the winged sun disk spreads its protective wings. The hypostyle hall at the Temple of Philae is a decorated space featuring columns with floral capitals that lead to the inner sanctuary of Isis. But here, the past meets the changing times. On the walls, you can still see Coptic crosses, carved by early Christians who later transformed the temple into a church. At the heart of the temple lies the sanctuary, the most sacred space, the House of Hathor. Here once stood the sacred bark of Isis, a golden boat that carried her statue during festivals along the Nile. Imagine priests chanting hymns, torches flickering, and music echoing through these chambers, a moment when heaven and earth met upon the waters. A short walk brings you to the Temple of Hathor, built by Ptolemy VI and Ptolemy VIII. This smaller temple celebrates Hathor, goddess of love, music, and joy. The reliefs here are vibrant with dancing musicians playing the tambourine and flute, filling the air with eternal celebration. Finally, at the edge of the island, stands the graceful kiosk of Trajan, a Roman emperor's tribute to the timeless Egyptian spirit. Though never completed, its open columns and papyrus capital S create one of the most photogenic scenes in Egypt. A temple floating on water, bathed in golden light. As the sun sets behind Aswan's granite cliffs, the Temple of Philae glows softly, an island of memory and devotion. It has endured floods, empires, and time itself. And still, it stands, a song of stone, dedicated to the eternal goddess Isis, guardian of love, magic, and rebirth.